Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz, August 19, 2016 at 2:41 a.m. Bedtime. Time really gets away from me. But look, I want to tell you in a nutshell what it's going to be like leading up to taking the chip. The chip that is going to Well, look, it's going to be spun in such a way that everyone will like it. No one will refuse it, not having any prior knowledge of it. Um, when you walk in, and well, they can do this today. When you walk into a bank, for example, they know how much money you have on you because they have scanners that can count the bills that's in your pocket or wallet and the change in your pocket. They can't read a check, but these scanners, some banks have had them. They've been tested for several years, and because I saw one about 7 or 8 years ago, and it's sort of like when you go in, you go through. It's an archway, nice. It's stainless steel. Is about 18 inches wide at the top, is about 8 feet tall and 4.5 feet wide. It didn't make any noises, didn't do anything, but it read the up to date money in today's money. It reads all of it. Anyway, that also, no more waiting to get on an airplane. Go to the airport, walk straight to the plane. Because when you go under these series of things set up, all the checking is done. You are pre-checked. You're checked when you drive to the airport. When you go through a series of these things, driving in the car or if you're in a cab. And if you want to walk into a supermarket, buy your things, and you go up to the checkout, all you got to do is toss them in a bag and get out. You're checked out. Once you hit that line, you're checked out. Everything in the cart is already checked out and already deducted your account. You're done. You're on your way. And this is going to be, it's going to save you a whole 10 minutes of every day. They're going to make you think that it's the best thing since peanut butter and jelly. But it's going to also do a lot of things that if a guy and a girl was together, a girl trying to nail that guy, tell him keep his damn hands off of her. I mean, these things get intrusive, but in different ways. And also, they will be, how do you put it? Today, people run like a virtual reality. They'll run some wiring and actually embed the wiring in certain areas. And it's like you're really there. I don't mean like the virtual reality. I mean, take the headset off and you just put your pair of glasses that fits a little bit tighter and better, and you're there. Hey, and you take this thing home, put them on, and any woman you desire, you got it. That's already being played out. They're going to sell you a bill of goods. If your child comes up missing, that child will be found in minutes. And no one will have the nerve or the guts to take a child. And but also those who balked on the chip, those who have not yet become Christians, you're thinking, they're kind of on the wall right now. Should I take it? Somebody's saying, "Oh man, hey, we can everything is so much faster. We only had 3 hours to our day, and then somebody would turn to you and say, "Day, hell, you won't have to go to bed for 3 or 4 days." He said, "Your sleep's eliminated by this chip. It will energize a part of your brain." And I'll insert this: in heaven, there'll be no sleep. Did you know that? There'll be no sun. There'll be no moon. The light comes from God. He is a light all the time. There will be no time. And again, no need for rest. You won't have a bed. You won't even desire one. You just be lucky to sit down. But that's the way things will be in heaven. But they'll give you some of these that they can give you now with a chip. And but the second you take the chip, the second your soul is lost, no turning back, and you instantly know it. If you had any prior knowledge whatsoever of warnings against taking the chip, or you have been to church and the church has talked about it, although they don't today, but I am, you hearing me, and so you know of it, and then you do take it, you're gonna feel the pain right away, and you'll be terrified. That'll never end. That will never end. That will only get worse with time. You reject the chip, then let them hang something over your daughter or your wife or your children, your father. I'm going to behead him if you don't take his chip. Look, clearly God says two things. One thing, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. And then the other, fear not the one that can hurt the body, but the one that can hurt the body and the soul. And once you're dead, you're dead. In Christ, you're alive. Your next breath you take, you're breathing. And if you're not saved, the next breath you take, you're breathing fire, and it hurts, and you're screaming. The screams never ends. Perry Stone did a blog the other day, and he somehow got by this paragraph, and it kind of upset him that it did, because it meant to be inserted somewhere else. But I think, and I purposely left it to this point, because I think it serves better by me telling you right now. This happened. This took place this year, early this year, and it took place. And other people has talked about that it's taken place 2 years ago and 3 years ago, but this one took place this year. It was reviewed by, showed to a certain number of American government officials, including Obama and including Clinton and some others. I can't name them, to be honest. I know who they are, but I can't. But anyway, the Senate and the Congress knows this. They have already been to class on it. And I said earlier, the Senate and the Congress would gladly kill their families for more money and more power. And if they think for a minute that by taking the mark of the beast, they're going to let up on you, and they're not going to torture you or hurt you. Look, when you take the mark of the beast, Satan lied to you. You're going to hurt, and the hurt never stops. No one can control the pain that's in hell. Forget the chip. That'll be burned out of you in hell in the first 30 seconds. But your burning will never stop. Your pain will never stop. The things you fear the most will continue and continue. They'll never stop. Here's what happened. Meeting took place. God described just after this was offered as a, how'd he put it? Because I didn't write it down. I didn't know how to write it down. But once it was offered, they would implant the chip, and martial law fell behind that. And then it said the once the chip process started taking place, that there would become riots and fighting and burning and looting, like what we just keep going through. But here's the big deal. For 2017 to implant the chips and call martial law. And Perry Stone in July 26, 2016 read this. He said this. And this is so very true. Obama told the researcher who told Obama about the chip. The researcher said, I can have these ready fairly quickly. And Obama said, I want them ready to be implanted beginning at the end of 2016. And if we have to move into 2017, we will, but I want them ready the end of 2016. Guys, that's on our door. I mean, what is this? Days. If that's true, but I've also heard it before, but I've never heard anyone put a time on it. This is the first time. Take the chip. Immediately, the Holy Spirit leaves you. Actually, the Holy Spirit was not in you. If you're a Christian, you won't take the chip. If you're a Christian, you'll be removed away from it. You'll not be forced. You'll not be held up. You'll not be stood there and have a knife to your wife's throat. That won't happen. If you're a Christian, before they lay this thing out, it's okay, everybody, we got a chip. Who wants to live 500 years? Pain-free. Who wants this and this and this? Before you see that thing fold out and thousands of chips on it, you're gone. Know it. Count on it. Believe it. You're not going to see the chip. You're not going to have the offer to take it. You're just going to know the day that they're going to roll out the red carpet for it, and then you will leave. Thank God. Jody Wolf Expoz.